Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. Okay, so we'll do the reads from today. I just put chin up soldier, chin up soldier, chin up soldier. Okay, what I'm getting with that is there could have been a long period of time where you are coming up against adversity, like an unfair advantage, okay? Like a ridiculous amount of adversity, sabotage, okay? What I'm getting with that is nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, okay? But the way that you've operated through a situation is honorable, okay? You should have so much pride in how you've pulled through, okay? How you got through, I don't know, okay? It's faith. Because there's not very many people that are either mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or able to get physically equipped to go through the things that you've had to go through with a lot of opposition, okay? A lot of opposition. I'm talking like thousands against one. All right, so like chin up, like it doesn't matter what you've been through, it doesn't matter what they say. You got through, right? And you got that knowledge. Like you gotta be a soldier, right? So it's like you might feel tired, you might feel I'm just getting exhausted, or you might feel any sort of you could have done better. But at the same time, it's like clear that. At the same time, it's like, what do you mean you could have done better? You're here. You're alive and well and teachable. There's not much more you could ask for within a student, right? And that's what we're here to do, is to learn, okay, and to love. So the challenge this week is to love yourself anyway, okay? Love yourself for all that you are, even in those instances where you think that you could have done better. You didn't know then, okay? And you didn't know what you were going to come up against in order to prepare for that either, okay? And you still made it through. There was a couple days ago, I got triggered, okay? And it was a trigger in a sense where it made me have like flashbacks, like visuals of me when I was allowing others to like play around in my energy, right? Like blatantly in my face, because I was I was overgiving, I was overloving, right? The only reason that that relationship was any good was because of that love that I felt for that person. Because there was no love for me. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing this and saying this and lying all the fucking time. Right? Like blatantly in front of my face like I'm an idiot. I didn't have to stay and I did, right? So I was having like flashbacks of me being in that position, and you know how like hindsight 2020, obviously, right? Everybody always says that, but I was getting vivid pictures, okay, as if I was in that spot and I was feeling the emotions that I felt in that moment, okay? But it was like an outsider point of view because my heart's not in it anymore, right? I know what that is now. I know that that was a game. I know that I'm more deserving. Like, deserving better than that. So my heart's not in it anymore. So it allowed me to like analyze it in a way where I didn't have any emotion towards that person. If anything, it's like, I hope I never see that person ever again, right? Like why did I have to stay so long? But it took me that long to learn that lesson. Anyway, because of this, I was able to see what really happened behind my back, just by the sequence of how things played out and being able to energetically read people, read these energies that I've gotten so close to knowing now, through the cards, right? And I know it for sure. Okay, I know it for sure. And I was getting visuals of this too, right? And I'm like, damn, like I was really trying not to see that. I was really trying not to see that when everything was showing me otherwise, right? So because of these visualizations, I actually got visions of these people doing things behind my back, okay? I was just thinking, like, that was like how many years ago? These people have been trying to kill me for a long time. And I was just thinking about how many accounts of the same people and different people, but a lot of people attempting to kill me, right? And it just made me feel like we must be doing something wrong as a species, right? Because I'm a great person. I'm genuine. I'm real. Fun. Charismatic. A problem solver. I try to do what's best for everybody, right? I'm just a very fair individual, but I'm also not a pushover anymore. I'll also cut you off so fucking fast, right? And then And then like until I learn that, right? Until I learn that this last time I learned that, like, I went and visited a friend, and I buy cheap cigarettes off of him because um, I don't know, us native people are allowed to do that. I don't know why. I don't know the laws behind it, or maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, he'll remain nameless. I already fucked that up. Anyway, I'm getting so good at reading people's energy. Okay? I'm getting so good at reading people's energy. And I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted at the desperate feeling, at the like, I just don't understand how as humans we can decide that money trumps life. That's another level of greed. It's like you would rather another person die than to have to deal with your own lack of motivation, your own manic fucking spending habits, whack ass spending habits, right? Like, I don't know. It's like these entities of greed and jealousy and envy and um, hate. It's just so strong, and I don't send that to anybody ever, ever. Okay. There's these last few like death rituals that I return to sender. Okay. I used to never return to sender. It's probably like, this is probably like, I don't know, maybe the 10th time. I can count on my fingers, maybe the 10th time. I just started a couple weeks ago when I was sick of transmuting death spells. And the thing is that these people have done these rituals towards me so many times that I could return to sender till forever and ever and ever and not receive any karma for that. Okay, it's still there. It's still their debt. But I used to think that that was wrong because I was like, well, if it's not right for someone to do a death ritual towards me, why would I send that back? I don't intend to hurt anybody. I never initiate that. I never send that out. So why would I send it back? Why would I be just as shitty as them? I used to think like that, okay? And I'm pretty sure I would think like that if it was like the first, second time that somebody has sent this towards me, but this group has sent this towards me a ridiculous, disgusting amount of time, okay? So, I forget where I was going with that. Okay, I'm gonna do the readings. Keep going. Keep going. Keep communicating. Keep that momentum. Okay, even if it's at a snail pace, just keep moving. Okay? Because things are happening. Okay, your guides, your spiritual guides, your spirit animals are making it happen. This change. This change. okay? People see that there's some sort of fraudulent behavior here. There was actions moving forward, and then somebody had a pay grade, an upgrade, financial upgrade here. They could have had a house too. They just randomly had it come up. There's communication about this. Okay, people are defending themselves, saying that that was an independent job. Like they want to wipe their hands clean of this. Like this person changed this. They changed this. They frauded this. They forged this fortune. Okay, and that's why they were so obsessed with changing and forging, using all their creativity, all their passion, okay, towards communicating and communicating these. Okay, somebody did this a fucking lot. Okay, a lot of fraudulent documents about manipulation to make somebody look immature. Immature messages. This is like hella fucking catfish accounts. This is health records. This is, I heard Snapchat. Okay, anything that they could think of to create, they created it. Because they wanted to have this Wheel of Fortune, and to have this Wheel of Fortune, they needed you in conflict. They needed other people being aggressors towards you, okay, in order to compete. And that's how you know that they can't compare, because if not, it'd be like fucking, you know, an actual competition where both are like competing to be the better version of themselves, and it's like friendly competition, okay? This person had to sabotage you because they know that they can't compete, and this is conflicting. This person gets things via violence, okay? It's like the only thing that they're creative about is like creating toxic environments. This person's like addicted to violence, but they don't like being seen as the violator. Okay, so this is the type of person that will manipulate something, plant a seed, aspire to plant a seed that'll have you conflicted and change your mind about someone and be so pissed off. This is an instigator. That's what that is. This is a fucking instigator. And they'll show it with fake receipts, with stuff that they've forged. They get enjoyment out of this. This is what they like. Fucking hater. Okay. A hater. Okay, so this is May 7th. Okay, so that was this morning. This one's called Laughed About Robbing You Blind. Laughed about robbing you blind. Some of these fucking phone calls are recorded. Some of these phone calls are recorded on a jail phone. More than one person. So there's more than one of these people that are in jail or have been in jail. And they're talking about you on these jail phones, like literally fucking recorded. I'm getting cell phones in jail too. Cell phones in jail. Okay. Laughed about robbing you blind. These shapeshifters that are all kind to your face, and then they turn around to do demonic work towards you for days afterwards. They're pissed off. They're pissed off because your work depicts their character so well. Okay? This obsessive behavior, toxic behavior, demonic behavior. Okay, these shapeshifters, okay, the people around them, say they're not a part of the group, but there is like people who are around them, their peers, okay, and authority figures. They see them as, and I heard, a fake fuck. Okay, and then I also heard shady as hell. Okay, they tried so hard to have people see you as an instigator. Here's that instigator. and cover up your point of view. Your point of view on the orchestrated tower moments within your life. And also the orchestrated tower moments planned for the people surrounding you so that they could frame you for their own people's chaos. Okay, so these people attacked their own people, sabotaged their own people, sent their own people to jail, fucking robbed their own people, and tried to frame you for it, okay, or me for it. There's a huge investigation underway, okay? People are feeling conflicted about this because, like, I don't know, for some reason these people had a really warped, distorted perception of what the fuck this really was when they know what it really was. They've just been fucking intentionally ignoring it, intentionally looking the other way. But then when it's all laid out for you and it's like, damn, you gave this person absolutely no rights, no voice. You made it about their beliefs. You stalked them just so you could oppress them and destroy what they create and make money off of them, exploit them. It's like, damn, when it's all laid out like that, the depravity is chin up, soldier. It's fucked up. Okay, this shit will be well known. It has to be. The amount of authority figures and people who are supposed to have integrity, who are supposed to give a fuck, that got caught in some deep down, dirty, dark, twisted shit. It's like this person did nothing to any of you. And like they just like fucking laughed like fucking psychos, man. They laugh like psychos, okay? And that's why you'll never have anybody good in your life ever. This is a good person. Never mind the traits that you choose to down talk about them. Even with those traits, they're 10 times the person you are or you'll ever be. Okay? Because this person at a young age consciously chose how they operate and why they operate, okay? In respect of themselves and others. Doesn't mean they haven't been through shit. Doesn't mean that they don't have coping mechanisms. It doesn't mean that they don't have bad habits. But they actively operate in a certain way where you will never feel disrespected in front of this person unless you disrespected them first. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you won't even feel disrespected. You'll just get the truth and then feel disrespected. Or you'll get cut off and feel a certain way. Because this person has too much respect for themselves to like come up to you and tell you what you're doing. No, you want to keep that a secret? Well, then fucking go ahead. Doesn't affect me any. But when you're in a position of power, it does affect the people. Okay? And it shows that you're not for the people, you're for you. You don't fall in the category of people that should have that type of job title. You're a criminal. Who hides behind status and knowledge. Still a criminal, right? On a fucking high horse, the worst type. The worst fucking type. It's like these people of power, they say stuff about this individual as if they're more morally equipped to be an active member of society. But if you would have went through a quarter of what you helped put this person through, you probably would have killed yourself. Because that's what you intended for me, right? It's like that's what you intend. That's what you intend with this type of depravity tactics. That's what you intend for ill health, sickness, depression and suicide. That's what you wish. When you're depriving people of things, of their own hard work and dedication and respect for self. Push this narrative, steal this person's working finances, anything that they got, any offering of good fortune that they earned, you destroyed. Any love and respect that they tried to show themselves, you tried to bring people in and destroy that, to degrade that. The only person degrading about this is you. This person's still in their power, the Empress, the Queen of Cups. Even more emotionally equipped, intuitively equipped to know who you are. Still nurturing themselves despite they're not perfect, but they're still working on it. Right? It's like this person's actively working on things. There's a lot. When you start doing the inner work, there's a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, you choose self-love over fake love. You're doing something right. Yeah, these people would have never made it through any type of all angles of abuse of power. It's like you try to push this narrative of this person making money in certain ways and needing some sort of whatever the fuck you guys said, but it's like it ain't true, and you know that it's not true. Okay, that's why you're so desperate to push um, this energy upon somebody. And it's like, no, I'd rather do what I love and not get anything for it. Than to be grouping up with people like you that don't you don't tell yourself the truth, you don't tell anyone the truth, you fucking backstab your friends, You're fucking blocked off emotionally, and that's why you can't create. That's why you have to fucking sneak people, okay? Like, I'd rather be oppressed and broke than be a motherfucking fake like you. Out here fucking causing heartache and pain. Because you're a fucking thief, man. A thief. A predator. Like, the only person you're lying to is yourself. Everybody else sees that shit. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you steal my hard work. Okay? The divine sees that. And as far as I'm concerned, the energy, time, money, and energy that these people stole from me, they owe me in full. And then on top of that, I'm blessed for staying true to myself. No matter how long it took for me to recognize, I did. And I know that I'm never going back to see if these people are ready to be accountable or offer any sort of truth or realness. Like I said at the beginning, when I was having those flashbacks, I was just thinking, why did I stay that long? Or why did I stick around that long? Right? Same thing. But the thing is like, this time it's forced. You're forcing my hand, okay? Because you gather up to block any sort of working opportunities, work messages, any sort of passionate whatever by frauding me out. These third parties, you wanted me to seem like a fucking, like a cunt, man. Like a cunt with this fraudulent data. Fucking lying, being an idiot under my name. But this is really clear to see now. This is really clear to see. Someone's in their emotions because they thought of you as a bad friend, or they judged you poorly, and it was their own people. It was their own people that were up to that shit. Someone's like, now that I think about it, the way that they were talking, it's the way that they were talking. Yeah, they tried to pin this communication on you, and they're being fucking terrible. These past people, these toxic past people were trying to like shine a light on you because of some sort of like sex appeal or like aesthetically pleasing. They wanted to dead this for you. Okay, so they tried to like shine a light on. They were just taking shit out of context, okay? Say you got nice and you dressed up nice. They would say some fucking dumb shit, like you took the whole fucking team down or some shit like that, right? Like, just fucking trying to degrade you. When you know, everyone in that group setting knew, okay, that if they were to even address you with anything like that, they would regret it. And not because you would humiliate them intentionally, but you would come about it in a way where that person knows that they can't do that. Or they can, but you'll fucking speak for yourself. Like, no, I can't do that. Or to do that is to not put my own emotions, consider my own emotions, prioritize my own morals. To do that is to not show myself respect. Okay? They know that you're the Empress. They know that you're kind. They know that if they would have put any sort of actual effort into the relationship, that it would have been nurtured and it would have grew. But instead they chose to be a fucking undercover, cloaking their energy, fucking going back to the past, people talking shit, laughing about robbing you blind, and then acting a certain way in front of your face. But now all these peers and these authority figures think they're a fake fuck, okay? Think that they're fucking grimy. Like they don't see this person the same because they understand the severity of the situation. So yeah, just keep it pushing. You have everything to be proud of, just for even making it through, man. I can't count. I didn't want to count. But I was getting so many instances where there was scenarios set up where I was supposed to die. More than I stopped going over them. Okay, because I was like at like fucking, I don't know, like 15, starting from it when it first began. Something like that. And I wasn't even in the second year in. It's like a long time I've been dealing with this, so I felt disgusted with society. And I was in a slump. I still kind of am. And that's okay. I'm just going to keep moving and keep speaking. Because my life matters. Everyone's life matters. And to me, money doesn't trump life. That's not up to me. Okay, I wouldn't care if that person was the biggest piece of shit. I would never want to set them up to be murdered to have their money. Just let them live a miserable cunt with their fucking money, man. Get away from them. But I don't know, it's just not how these people operate. I'm just not a thief. And I'm not fake. I'm not shady. I'm a bit haywire. But not overly where I'm out of control. And I'm not rigid in a sense where I'm stubborn when it's unnecessary. But I will fucking stand my ground. I'll stand my ground till the day I die. Because it's just who I am. But y'all don't kill me. This group has done this so many times. They've ruined people's lives, man. They fucking ruined and killed lots of people. fucking hands wiped clean because they don't do it themselves. Like a real fucking greedy, grimy, disgusting, evil, bitch ass energy. Ugh. With no respect for the innocent and the young. Disgusting scum pieces of shit, okay? There was some undercovers. Okay, I'm getting a ghost car. There was a ghost car parked up at where you go to, okay? They're like stalking you. They're stalking where you go, your every move. Okay, these people want you to implicate yourself in any way possible, but all they've gathered is a lot of many evil people and their evil deeds against you. So they're like parked up at these fucking wherever you go, okay? Wherever you go, say it's like the fucking tanning salon, say it's fucking, okay? These cops are like fucking stalking you, okay? These ghost cars and shit were stalking so that you would implicate yourself and then they would be able to go ahead and arrest you. But you're not doing anything illegal, okay? So all they've gathered in this fucking stakeout to implicate you is all the many people and their evil deeds against you, okay? The same type of people. This could be the same group, but I was getting the same type. The same type of people that made these reports on you with false allegations, okay? Fraudulent data are the people who are guilty of the crimes they're accusing you of. Dang, 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 dang. Who would have guessed? Oh, fuck. Someone can't keep up with their lies. There's a particular recording about a plot to have someone arrested, okay? So they were trying to have you arrested, and then they were planning to run off and have a family life with a karmic, okay? Multiple karmics, because they're playing each other, and a karmic friend group, okay? This could be like it's like a group or a community or gang of people. Yeah, they were just gonna go run off and have a happy family life and have you arrested with your fucking money. Okay? There's one of these phone calls that are recorded that's been extracted. Laughing about robbing you blind. Ugh, that makes me want to puke. Their kid is... Oh, I gotta read this. Somebody was getting their kids or their cousins, babysit their kids that they think are attractive. Okay, so babysit kids that they think are attractive so that they can take them posing online. Someone was posing online as their kid or as their like niece or whatever, fuck. Any younger person, they were posing as a kid online, okay? And they were like they were creating relationships with kids. Posing as their kid online, talking to the kid's babysitter, stalking underage boys and girls. Okay, so these people were catfishing children to like create relations with other kids, and then like experimenting, but they're old fucks, man. Like over age, right? Like 21 and ugh. Planned to kill you out in the bush or out on the res because they think no one cares to look into reservation suicides and reservation kidnappings. This is a long time ago. Stalking with hard drive. Everything everything to prey on people for profit. So they like milk this, right? In any way possible. If they target to kill you, they'll extort you until the day you die, and then when you die, they'll continue to do that. Okay, with either stealing your identity or getting insurance. So these silly fucking boys and girls think that if they kill me with their magic, it will stop backfiring. No. It's not planned for that to work. It's planned for you to fuck your entire life up trying. Okay? And say if it were to happen that happened. Okay? Say I gave up and I died at the hand of you guys. Your entire life would be cursed. You would feel like how I've felt the past 5 years times 100, because the universe would deprive you the way that you've deprived me and more. With illness, destruction, betrayal, isolation, oppression, where you don't have a voice or rights, where people make up whatever the fuck they want about you and push it, and then steal anything you ever worked for. Even if it was just robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? That's what you guys do. These people know that you're powerful because you're not affected like you should be. Yeah, this person is in their power. Okay? God is the most powerful. Maybe you should have thought of if having any sort of other realm backing you, you probably should have chose God as an ally. Okay? And not these fucking piddly, fucking stupid ass, thirsty ass, succubus shit. Okay? Dark, weird, fucking Satanist shit. Fucking eating people and shit. That's what I've been getting. I've been like getting like cannibalism. Okay, these people like eat people and drink blood for fucking ritualistic behavior. It's fucked up. Yeah, the protection you have is unmatched. Okay, because you have your spirit guides, right? Your ancestors, your angels, your spirit animals. I got babies, spirit babies. I heard the animal kingdom, the animal kingdom. Okay, so these people really fucked with animals here. So the entire animal kingdom has someone's back. I heard Gaia. Empress for real. They know their heart, they know their spirit, they know their intent. And they know their will to keep it pushing, but still understanding and giving people chances, right? Until there's no more. Every time I start to feel a spell, I don't even return to sender. See, this is how much of a sweetie I was. I don't even return to sender. I just cancel it. So it goes nowhere. So God heals it. And it's replenished to its natural state. Love. And the divine sees my goodwill. And this is what creates my magic. Someone's healing abilities are like out of this world, man. If they had like fucking the tools, the amenities, I don't even know what that word is. if they had respect, okay? Never mind like love, just respect. Love is respect. Mutual respect. Okay? This person would be like some sort of like top-notch elite type of fucking healer, man. They don't even know the depths of their abilities. They know they're powerful, okay, because they've been able to transmute the unthinkable. Even these people didn't think that it was possible. It's not actually like me that's translating myself, right? It's the creator working through me. That power comes straight from source, and that's how I know I'm capable of it. I asked my father, our creator, to do it with love. I had to transmute and cancel that energy with love. His highest frequency, an extremely bright white light, crystal white light, that compassion, that forgiveness, that not scared, that fearless, that strength, that will. That's how you know these people don't win in the end, because coming up against somebody who allows God to work through them is them coming up against God. Not about to go back and forth with energies that only seek to criticize my purpose, my work, my practice. It's my own. other people, but I ultimately I make it my own throughout my own life experiences, right? I make it applicable to me. There's more than one way, right? It's unique to me, and it's something that I cherish. And these people, um, the way that they talk about it is, I can't care. I can't care what their opinion is. It's so much deeper than that. I cherish that. That's what's pulled me through. That's what will pull me through. That's what will purify me eventually. Okay? But I know not to be hard on myself. I know to consider the circumstances and to love me anyway. They were never meant to share this path. They were never meant to understand. The soul journey isn't plural. I talk a lot of shit for individuals that want to be more like the people they're attacking, the people that they're trying to diminish, deprive. They steal your things, your money, your place of residence, your children. They try to steal your dignity, everything that you are, your looks, your essence, your mannerisms. But I'm still fucking here, and you're still not me, or involved in my life, or will be. There's never been a day in my life that I ever wanted to be somebody else. I've only took inspiration and wanted to be a better self. There's never a day I wanted to be you. These people can keep talking that shit. They're like making your, like the way that the amount that they talk shit, okay, these people credited your abilities, okay? These people pretty much made your glow up. Okay, this is about the blow up. And you'll only be going back and forth with energies that benefit you and vice versa, that are equivalent towards growth and prosperity. Individuals that challenge you to challenge yourself, to be brighter and better than the person you were yesterday. And if you can't do that, the best you can be today. Someone's story is not going to make any sense. They're saying that, oh, somebody said that they thought that someone's children's lives were threatened by them. Then why would you be involved with this person? Like why are you still? It's like it doesn't make sense because the place that somebody is, like the way that a scenario is, like the way that everybody is situated in their own, like I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you didn't want anything to do with that person, then why do you have their shit? You know? Why are you getting so defensive and so upset about questions of what you've put forth. Like you put forth something fake, obviously, if you're acting this fucking defensive and all caught up and fucking hasty. Fucking hasty. That's why when people are pushing shit on you, don't do it. I never do it, okay? If I know that I can't trust that person and they say, come here at this time, I never show up. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I don't trust that person. Fucking, it's a setup. It's a setup. Okay? In my circumstances, right? If it was, say, 10 years ago, then I would be able to do that. If I'm feeling really pressured to do something and I don't have to do it, I just say no. No, I'm busy. Or no, I'm going to work. Or no, I'm going to rest. Or just no. Okay, because no is a response. No is a full sentence. You don't owe that person an explanation. When it comes to you and what's best for you, that should always come first. It's like the way that someone allows the kids to go with this certain parent for so long or be with this parent for so long shows that they're the responsible parent. It's like if they were that much of a threat, then why do you keep dropping your kids off all the fucking time? Why do they have them more than you? So this person is a life threatening, and then you're just a piece of shit bystander. What is it? It just doesn't make sense. Something's not adding up here. It doesn't add up. What's the real reason? What's the real reason you're trying to say that this person is a threat? Most likely to pull at their fucking heartstrings to have some sort of control because you are no longer hold that much emotional capacity within that person to get them out of sorts. It's like that's the only thing you have left. This is leverage. This is leverage. Okay, and then somebody else, they don't want to say it's the money. Okay, so this person could be having like a set rate of child support and they're not used to this. They're bad with money. So now they're trying to say that this other parent is a threat so that they can have their kid more often and get more money. Ugly. Okay. Last one. I don't have another one. Okay, so when I feel out of alignment, I do a healing circle, like a wheel, okay? Emotional, mental, spiritual, physical. And I was thinking of doing one for myself, but then I'm like, because where I learned this was in treatment, and when I was in treatment, I was there by myself, right? So it was just out of, because I learned it by myself, I do it by myself, right? But then I was thinking, like, why would I just do one for me? Like, why wouldn't I figure out where my kids are lacking emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical, and then we all do it together as a family, right? And it's so crazy because I've had my kids back in my life for how many years now, and I've been so wrapped up in all of this abuse and oppression that I never thought that my kids would need this too, and obviously they do. Obviously, we're affected as a whole. It just it it goes to show how sometimes even though you have a thoughtful way of being, okay, and other people could see you as selfless, we are self-centered. We're self-centered, and this kind of like showed me how self-centered I've been being, right? Like it's like I'll do a healing wheel for myself, but it's not just me that I'm responsible for anymore, right? It's like we all need this, and I want to have this be a common practice to where when my kids get older and they have to deal with problems of their own, they don't inherit the same coping mechanisms that I had, which forced me to sit in a place where I then learn these practices, you know? So I just did like little tasks. These are all practices that I've learned over the years that I thought would be fun for me and the kids. So, for example, um, emotion study. Okay, so the definition of certain emotions and understanding what that emotion means, and where we might feel that emotion or when we might feel that emotion, just to really put the word to the feeling so they can express themselves in a way where people can understand. Okay, so that would be one practice, and that would just be like once during a weekday. Okay, another emotion one is um, passing notes. Okay, what I love about you. Okay, so this is where like we write our name on a piece of paper. Okay, and we fold it and we pass it to the next person, and then that person opens the paper up, sees the person's name, and writes something that they love about that person. Okay, until the names come back to you and you open it up and you read what everybody loves about you. Okay, so like just little things like that. I did like 5 emotions. There's a couple mental here. um, Learn a new puzzle or teach them a brain teaser together. I want to do Mad Lib stories because I remember doing those as a kid. Mad Lib stories together. Okay, so those are a couple of the mental. Okay, so I was getting like ancestral teachings on how to pray, um, the intent to have in your heart when you pray. Okay, so this is just going to be me teaching them what I've learned through my ancestors on how to pray, um, on how to be honest. Okay, even thinking in your mind is prayer. So to try to keep it positive as you can, but keeping it real as well, okay? Because God won't help us when we're lying to ourselves, okay? We need to be true to ourselves and to Him for Him to want to allow us to see the answer, or to allow for the answer to come into us, right? So just teachings, I was just going to do some teachings to them, what I believe, and then they can choose to believe that or whatever they want, really. Okay, another spiritual one was ask a question for God. You know, since God knows everything, what is something that you don't know about spirituality that you would like to ask God? Okay, and then have this be a back burner question, like have them write it down, and then have this be a back burner question, and see if they can allow that answer to come to them. Okay, and then have some sort of conclusion to that question that they had for God through meditation. Or if they didn't have that answer come to them, an idea of the conclusion, right? So they're actively, they're consciously and subconsciously coming up with ideas of what maybe God would reply to them, right? Okay, physical, a day at the park. Okay, rainy day, yoga and stretching, a walk around the block, grounding, meditation on the grass, playing outside with friends, painting, doing a craft, right? So I have a calendar for the year, and I put, I don't know what order, but like EMSP, whatever. And then I just did one task a day on the weekdays, okay, that we're going to be starting tomorrow. It's just one task, right? It's just one task. And some are going to be longer than others, but it's like at least we're in this together, because I've been saying that, I haven't had anyone, and that nobody's listening, right? They listen. They listen and they see, and they're happy, and they're so good. Like, I remember there was a point where I would just like hyperventilate, right? Like, so disappointed and disgusted in people. And Tucker would see me, and he would write me back. Like, it's okay, mommy. And he didn't ask why, but he knows. He's very observant, right? He sees how people treat other people and then how they treat me. When he lived here and I was in Saskatchewan because of conditions, he was telling me too. He was telling me all of the things that they were saying and stuff. Because he knows that the person that came out of those situations wasn't me. He knows me. He knows my heart. He knows my character. So he stood up for me. And I don't give them enough credit, because I'm so focused on all like the bullshit. But my kids are solid. My kids are respectful. And they love so hard. They're just so... Anyway, time to shift the focus. Time to shift the focus. Have a good night, people.